Welcome back. Mission number 8 is Area 51 Rescue. This is a very consistent mission except perhaps for the first room, which can be a bit tense. There are a lot of patrolling enemies, and we need to move very quickly at the start. Skipping the cutscene is important here. So we're going to skip the cutscene immediately, and we're going to sprint. Sprint forward as fast as you can to get between these boxes on the right over here, and then we're going to pause, and we're going to take out our X-ray scanner. We start this mission with an X-ray scanner, and that is very useful. We're going to be taking full advantage of it. There's an enemy around the corner who could be staring straight at us. He starts the mission looking towards us now, but he's going to quickly patrol forwards and turn. The thing is, patrol speeds are random. We don't know if he's turned yet or not, so we don't just want to run out around the corner. So we're going to check with the X-ray scanner, see where he is. He has not turned yet, so we're going to wait. He's going very slowly this time. Sometimes you'll get here and you'll find he's already halfway across this section. And sometimes you'll get here and he hasn't turned yet. So we'll wait for him to turn and get around the corner. Okay, now we're safe. So now we're going to go and backstab those two. You want to get to this guy before he turns at the end here next to the wall. And sometimes that means you'll have to move very quickly. Sometimes he'll be slow like this and you'll have plenty of time. Once we backstab these two, we're going to move up, kill this guy out here, and then we're going to duck down and cover in this corridor. We feel pretty safe here, and now we're going to watch for more enemies. There are a total of 7 enemies on this lower floor. We've knocked out 2 and killed his 3rd. And the 7th one is off in the corner on the right, back right corner here, and so he's not really a problem. So it's really just 6 to start. Try and keep count because you don't want to lose track of them. Okay, I believe that this guy here was the patroller who goes over that way. You might occasionally see an enemy come from between these boxes on the right if he happens to see a guy get shot there, so watch out for that. He can show up very suddenly. More likely he didn't see anything and he'll be patrolling around the boxes from the left. You know, we looks like the patroller who's along the back wall here, he usually patrols out from this side. He probably saw that gunfire, so he came out. And we have not yet aggroed the one on the left. There's another guy on the left. His patrol path will not take him into a position where we can see him from here. And we haven't seen the guy from upstairs either. There is... It looks like this guy's an aggregate. Okay, good to know. There's another guy. When in doubt, check with X-ray. There's a guy upstairs who can aggro sometimes. You might see him coming down the elevator. Watch out for that. And okay, so since this other guy has not aggroed yet, we've kept count. We were missing one, and he's got to be the one over here. So I'm going to lean out to try and find him, because that can happen. Sometimes he will be in a position where he sees you and shoots very quickly. So I'm going to lean to check, find him, lure him back here, take him down. Okay, now, this other enemy upstairs could have aggroed. Looks like he has not, so he's still staying up there. If he had aggroed, we would just wait and find him at the bottom of the elevator. But since he did not, I'm going to come over and take him down. Because we've killed all 6 of the guys downstairs here, so it's just this 1/7 who's never seems to aggro for anything that goes on over there. So we'll shoot him. And now we're going to take out these 2 upstairs with the dragon, carefully placed. Not too carefully, really. We're going to toss it up here. You don't want to toss it so high that it hits the wall and bounces back towards you. That should work. Let that blow them up. Down they go. We'll pick up this guy's dragon. I'm also going to pick up the Double Falcon 2 over here. This is really just for ammo more so than anything else. More ammo for the Phoenix, because they share ammo. And now we can go and get the Phoenix. Hold on the elevator. There's one more enemy upstairs. He almost never aggroes. He stands over here somewhere. I think if you use the dragon from this point and made a bunch of noise, he might be able to aggro. But as it is, we have a silence weapon, so we should almost never see him. Still, it doesn't hurt to check with X-ray if you're unsure. When in doubt, X-ray scanner saves lives. Alright, so we're just going to shoot this guy from long range. Easy enough. And now we can go and get the Phoenix. So behind this door, there will be a guy. Try and open the locked door. This is the guy that we very deliberately did not kill in the previous mission. He opens the door for us, so now we can go and get the Phoenix. And the Phoenix is amazing. It's going to carry most of this mission. It does take a while to get it, but there are no enemies in here, so it's very safe. And it is absolutely worth. The Phoenix's secondary fire mode is explosive shells. It shoots these tiny little explosions. They look very small, but as far as enemies concerned, they might as well be a full-size grenade. It can one-shot enemies with this very surprising range. It's very strong. You just gotta be careful not to blow yourself up with it, because you can run into your own explosions, and they will damage you. Which wouldn't be a hit, but it would count for no damage, obviously. So the Phoenix is great, and that's going to do a lot of work for us. But coming up ahead, I'm actually going to switch to the Dragon first, because it's time to start. Soon enough, it'll be time to start laying a bunch of dragons behind us as proximity mines. We will get a slow drip of enemies coming from behind for the rest of the mission, so we're going to leave some traps for them. I'll drop one there, pick up another, and drop another on this walkway. Grab another one. Now we're going to come in here. There will be 4 guys upstairs. We should be able to get 3 with the Phoenix pretty easily. There's 1, 2, and 3. Good. The 4th one almost always is standing up above here somewhere where we can't actually hit him. Yeah, can't get him. You can't get him through the floor. That's okay. So I'm going to toss the dragon out here against this wall. Get into the elevator. Use X-ray scanner to find this dude. Where'd he go? Did we get him? No. Where did he go? There he is. Usually he'll be standing in front of this thing, so you can just drop an explosion here and hit him through this little barrier. That time he moved over here, which is rare, but whatever. He's done. Take his dragon. Drop some more traps. Take down anyone who tries to ambush us from behind for the rest of the mission. Save 1 dragon though. Don't put all 4 of them. So we want to have one more. We don't have 1 dragon with us as we go into the next section. Oh, good timing. There are 2 patrollers in this next hallway. It's ideal to have eyes on one of them before we blow this up and go through here, because this is a very blind corner. It can be pretty stressful to try and step out here. There's also an enemy up at the top there. You can usually pick him off with an explosion against the ceiling. And now there should be 1 more patroller. He might be aggroed, he might not. Oh, there he is. Good. Down he goes. Okay, once all 3 of them are dead, the 2 patrollers plus the guy over here. Good. He stands against that door. Then we can proceed. I'm gonna switch to my dragon. Drop it against the wall here, and then quickly go unarmed. Punch out these 2 from behind. Easy backstabs. Get to them quickly before they aggro from the explosion. And the dragon takes out an enemy that spawns behind us when we enter this room. So now we should be all clear. We can complete the objective in peace. And there shouldn't be anyone else behind us, but we can always check with the X-ray scanner if we're not sure. Okay. All clear. Moving on. Also the enemy that replaces our dragon, which is nice, though we shouldn't need it. Should be done with the dragon. The rest of the enemies in this mission have a super dragon. Not a normal dragon. Super dragon is pretty good, but when you have a phoenix, you don't really need it. Kill these 2 very easily. Step into this room and quickly pick out the autogun before it can get switched on. And we'll punch out these 2. And now we can upload the virus to open the doors. This is the only way we can get into one of the labs that has a mission objective. Okay, here we go. There are going to be 3 guys in here, 2 enemies plus a technician. Blow them up. Don't get too close to the door. The door, because of the virus we uploaded, the doors now freak out, randomly open and close, so you don't want to get hit by your own explosion because you're standing too close to the door and it closes in your face. Okay, I think we got him from around the corner. Yep, he's down. So now we can move in, complete the objective. We're done here. Moving on. When we open this door, there'll be an enemy up and to the right. Quick explosion takes him out, and then there's a bunch more enemies over here. Some explosions into the ground. Make quick work of them. And you can always fall back to here if they manage to get too close. Shouldn't be any trouble. The Phoenix makes things very easy. Now I'm gonna play this safe. There's an enemy down here somewhere. Gonna try and get eyes on him with the X-ray scanner before I drop down. Don't want to drop right in front of him and get shot, potentially. Though really he shouldn't be too much threat. We should be able to win that fight. But there's no sense in taking a chance. So we're gonna wait until we see the patroller. There he is. We'll let him move. We could drop down and backstab him. We could take him out with the silence weapon, or we can just use the Phoenix. Whatever works. Wait for him to turn that corner. Good.
The showers. Now.
There we go.
Part with their uniform.
Blow him up. Blow you up. Now we just gotta open the... Oh, first try. That okay. It's random which locker the clothes are in. But once we get that, we put on the disguise. And run through. There shouldn't be any enemies in this section. It should be all clear. Our dragon should have kept anyone from approaching us from behind. And then we go unarmed and go into the lab. We are just an average lab tech. Never mind the multiple assault rifles and alien weaponry and all that.
Must be near the autopsy lab.
So we'll go through here. Close this door behind you. You do not want those enemies to see what goes on in this next room. We're gonna punch him out. We're gonna switch to our Phoenix. Blow these guys up. And now we should get enemies spawning from behind. Phoenix makes quick work of them. Oh. Got him? Okay, about time. In addition to those, so these two guys spawn, and then the two patrollers also aggro. In addition to them, there are going to be 4 more enemies that spawn in this room, one behind each of the cardboard things. I think we already aggroed some of them. Yeah. So we already aggroed those 2. Did we get these 2? Now we did. Okay, all clear. Just don't get blindsided by any of the extra enemies that spawn, and you should be fine. In this room there are 4 enemies, 2 here, and 1 behind each of the cardboard things in the distance. Pick them off from relative safety. These things act as good cover. The enemies don't really know how to shoot over them very well. It's almost like a sight blocker to them. Now we get to the last room. There are 4 enemies in here. We're going to try and kill them all fairly quickly. We'll try and clear out the left side relatively quickly with the Phoenix, and then lure out the other 2, take them down as well. Should be pretty simple, because the Phoenix is great. Alright, and that's the mission. On to escape.